Q8024. When testing the strength of grade, a cotton fabric covering an aircraft that requires only intermediate grade, the minimum acceptable strength the fabric must have is A. 70% of its original strength. B. 70% of the original strength for intermediate fabric. C. 56 pounds per inch warp and fill. The correct answer is B. When testing the strength of grade A cotton fabric covering an aircraft that requires only intermediate grade, the minimum acceptable strength the fabric must have is 70% of the original strength for intermediate fabric. When testing the strength of grade A cotton fabric covering an aircraft that requires only intermediate grade, the minimum acceptable strength the fabric must have is 70% of the original strength for intermediate fabric. This means that the fabric should retain at least 70% of its original strength when tested, meeting the requirements for intermediate grade fabric. Q8025. When dope-proofing the parts of the aircraft structure that come in contact with doped fabric, which of the following provide an acceptable protective coating? A. Rosin-impregnated cloth tape and tape. B. Aluminum foil and resin-impregnated cloth tape. C. Aluminum foil and cellulose tape. The correct answer is C. To ensure effective dope-proofing of a structure, a protective coating is applied to all components that will come into contact with doped fabric. This coating acts as a barrier to prevent any adverse reactions or damage that may occur due to contact with the doped fabric. One common method of dope-proofing is to use materials like aluminum foil or cellulose tape to cover the parts of the structure that will have direct contact with the doped fabric. These materials create a protective layer that shields the underlying components from the chemicals and solvents present in the dope. By applying aluminum foil or cellulose tape to the appropriate areas, the structure is safeguarded against any potential negative effects caused by the doped fabric. This dope-proofing technique helps maintain the integrity and functionality of the underlying components while ensuring that the doped fabric adheres properly to the designated areas. In summary, dope-proofing involves the application of a protective coating, such as aluminum foil or cellulose tape, to cover the parts of a structure that will be in contact with doped fabric. This safeguarding measure shields the components from any potential damage or reactions caused by the chemicals present in the dope, thus ensuring the structural integrity of the aircraft.